When people say karma is real, some people do not understand why it's real or wonder if it does really exist. This is the developing story of the alleged breakup between ex-husband of actress Tonto Dikeh, Olakunle Churchill, and his wife, Rosy Meurer. Hello everyone, you're very much welcome. Now, of course, if you're familiar with online gist and twist, you know who Tonto Dikeh is and all the drama that happened during her marriage, a very short marriage to her husband, Olakunle Churchill. Tonto Dikeh has always been a successful actress. She had made her name way before she got married. And when it was time for her to get married, of course, everybody was happy for her, thinking, who is this lucky man that has finally, been able to hook the beautiful and talented Tonto Dikeh? And she introduced us to Olakunle Churchill. And she even alleged at that time that Olakunle was President Obasanjo's son. Meanwhile, from findings later, we got to know that it wasn't so. That Olakunle Churchill had actually worked with ex-president Obasanjo before and all of that. Now, moving to their marriage. Of course, everybody knew they were living in Abuja at some point. Of course, they had a house in Lagos. They were doing their stuff, getting down into the marriage business and all of that, which is actually hard work. When you get married, you see those first 2 to 5 years, my dear, let's keep going. So, but the center could no longer hold. Tonto granted an interview where we even saw videos online of where she was allegedly, experiencing DV. And her husband also said, no be say na Tonto be only wahala. Na Tonto beat up his own mother. Na Tonto raised her hand against her mother, disrespected him, the mom. The talk they very messy. I'm sure somewhere on YouTube, if you click on it, you're going to see all those old stories, and even on Google still there. Now, we are not trying to spite anybody, because the truth of the matter is marriage now eating package. You know if you know what you go meet inside until you open the gift. When you enter and finish with your 2 legs inside, now you go know say this thing where I enter, okay, the person where I enter with has the interest at heart, or is the other way around. Now, moving forward, Tonto complained bitterly at that point in time that Rosy Meurer was her name, this beautiful lady, was her husband's PA, but she and her husband were doing ta-ta-ta. And she got a wind of it and got really upset to be like, how can you be my husband's PA? I'm still be ta-ta-ta-ta-ta my husband. And Rose came out to say, no, she no do ta-ta-ta your husband though. That her husband, that Olakunle is her brother. That she can't even imagine anything happening between them. That it can never happen till heaven becomes earth. No, it's not going to happen. Now, so people confused to say, somebody is coming out to vouch that somebody is her brother. Would you be saying a brother and sister be doing kiriwawawa? So everybody just hold inside until they came back online again to say, I found a woman who gives you peace, a woman who makes you happy, a woman who gives it to you, a woman who doesn't refuse this, a woman who does this. And at last they presented to us the new lady in the castle, Madame Rosy Meurer, and they got married and they've had a son together. So the backlash be here, and people are like, madam, so it's true that you've been having a relationship with this man while he was married to Tonto Dikeh, and we thought the lady was making too much noise. So it was just a case of, before we knew it, they don't born for each other. To be like, looking at the calculation, for you to born at this time, and when Tonto left, all those kind of things, got people talking. And they decided to keep doing Pepper Dem Gang, to be like, this is the woman that gives me heart. She gives me the peace. She prepares okra for me. They will even be showing videos of cooking, of good family time. Of course, everybody wants to let you see the best things of their lives on social media. And nobody will post when they are, when things are not picture perfect and all of that. So, some people will be like, Toto, you see your life, you miss the man. A man who is intentional, a man who is ready to settle down, a man who knows the worth of a woman, and all of that. But one drama that was always consistent, even till the last birthday of the son Tonto and Olakunle both shared, is that every time is this boss's birthday, there's always dragging. Or anytime is Father's Day, is there's always drag, because Tonto will put there that she's King Toto, that now she be the father, now she be the mother, and people go they drag Churchill. Churchill too go send a message. Later there was a time Tonto said he wasn't paying anything on that boy, he wasn't doing anything, he wants to visit his son. Tonto is not allowing him to visit the son, and they will just keep going back and forth. So it's a messy, bad co-parenting. I'm not even sure they are co-parenting, because Olakunle claims that Tonto is not making him see a son. So I'm just, reminding us of this story that, it's quite sorrowful. Of course, people can always fall out, decide to separate or divorce. It's not a new thing, but it's how we decide to handle each other, especially the fact that a child is involved. Now, Nain can't come out today to say, people. Let me just paraphrase, because the whatever is very long. That there's been trouble in paradise, yeah, meaning that Olakunle Churchill and the beautiful Rosy wife have been having issues, and they've even decided to go apart. Waiting cause the whatever. It's alleged that Ogano they drop money for house like that. That the bulk of the spending of the house maintenance and everything is almost always on Rosy's head. And Oga they date another side chick, another woman don't enter. It's always this part for me. And that Oga is paying the girl attention, he's ignored his home, he's not taking care of his responsibilities anymore, and that now so bitty they beat Madam Beautiful wife. So that part really got people talking to me, like, this is the same thing Tonto Dikeh was talking about at that point. Where this Oga now to the beat. We haven't had videos at that time when Toto showed her body and everything. And that this lady said she has had all enough. Rosy said, I have to go. But so that they don't drag us too much on social media, let us keep it between us. No social media drama, no coming out on social media to talk about it. Let's still paint the picture that everything is fine, and let us keep managing the whole situation, so that they don't go abuse us. Say, at the end of the day, with all our pepper the way we do, we know if we hold everything together. So my people, you see, say, it's just what it is. And honestly, now people have been referring to Tonto Dikeh'S page to say, Madam, so now true you talk. When you talk at that time, we didn't believe you. We're saying now you get too much problem, you too get too much wahala. So now the same Akpashantafi no Iyale, now they take no Iyawo and all of that. And according to what we've heard, that is due to infidelity and domestic V. Now both of them can't get wahala now, that actually the family members have intervened in the matter. In fact, we'll see come out for house for 2 good days because of this same girl where her husband they ta for outside, because she has become a decorative wife. And so just day house, just they do mommy of the baby. Of course she can, it's not easy for a woman to do things like that, especially a toddler is involved. So now just and it's just what it is. But the truth of the matter is, I don't know, as we won't talk this thing, we won't talk but the truth of the matter is, when you see a man who has a wife, whatever affection, whatever relationship you want to cook with that man, don't get into that triangle, except you're ready to become a second wife. And you tell the man that I'm not coming in to destroy your marriage with your wife, because if you let any man use you do pepper them for the wife where he don't marry, especially where they don't marry, they don't born, and you think there's something special about you, your own beauty is the best, your behavior is the best, the former woman is a beast, the former woman is an ayamatanga, omo, the same way he dumped you is the same way he's going to do. It's just a matter of time. Now, people will don't like to build relationship with man, or people will want marry a second wife, we no want respect the first wife. Now you no go like waiting at the talk. Now Rosy has been served a dose of her own meal, a dose of her own medicine. They don't give them now. Say Shebi you talk say Tonto no good. You enter a marriage, dating a husband. They have their issues. Of course, Churchill and Tonto might have been having their issues, but you coming into the picture by dating the man, of course, Otifun Baban distraction now. You know the way some men are easily strayed. It's not an excuse, but it is what it is. So don't allow yourself to be used as that round peg in a square hole, because at the end of the day, men will always follow whatever their mind follows at every point in time. And by that time, he was going to the wife after marriage, year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, and he's looking for the next best thing. Because at that time, nǹkan tí wọ́n ń lé is where food sọmọ máa fi jẹun, diapers sọmọ máa wọ̀, the school fees, sleepless nights with a toddler, combining with your own work. Whereas bàbá lè gbé báyìí kó ní òun lọ fún South Africa for the next 1 month, ó fẹ́ lọ ṣe project bá ti lọ. So if you don't marry somebody who is kind, who you don't let that pattern that he has done with his other wife. This thing, look at Stella Damasus crying up and down a few days ago when Daniel Ademinokon went to carry another wife. That one a serious husband too. And the same thing that she did to story Simeon, where Daniel carry pikin come out for house, go America, where Doris was. The woman head nearly turned to the back. Look at Stella now crying that the same thing is what Daniel did to her. Left the house after they've been together for almost 10 years. So you see this thing that they call karma. Because women, let us be learning. So now that this lover has broken this news to us, let us be waiting for the debunking left, right, and center. Because this lover said, now within full chest, he talk this one. Say make them debunk tire. When the thing open, now there you go. Say that way you go say, this lover talk this one. So, Madam Rosy, enjoy. What you served another person, if you're being served, now so life be. But let us all learn to say, that woman that we think is not good enough, that woman that we have choked inside our marriage and is affecting her and is destabilizing her home, the tears she's crying today is marinating, because it's going to come back to you. It is what you have done. So people, when we are supposed to be come out and say, okay, I've built this marriage, my children are growing, and let me relax a bit with my husband. You can not be saying at that time, Kama no go knock door. Kama will just barge inside the room. So what's your opinion on this one? I just wish, they're able to address it, because they don't like to have this on social media with all the pepper them to say this is the best woman in the world. This is the piece of my life. Unlike some other women that are distant. I don't know, but no woman will want to, because Tonto actually paid for her bride price. She actually said it later. And Churchill too said it, that Tonto was desperate to get married. A woman who has done all that to get married to you will want to keep it and not let it break. Which woman would love to live a happy marriage where you're loved, you're pampered, you're taken care of? I'm not saying Tonto is perfect, only to a lower, but sometimes when you have somebody who is expressing her mind, let us know that. What's your opinion? We'd like to hear it in the comment section below. Please keep it constructive. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. May God help anything that has to do with marriage, whether you don't enter, whether you're about to enter, or whether you're praying to God that you want to enter. May God lead us all right. Bye for now.